Hello guys, welcome back to TechDose, and in this video we will see the number of subsets with given difference problem, which is a variation of a 0-1 knapsack problem, and it is also a variation of the subset sum problem. Now let us look at the problem statement. In this problem we are given a set of numbers and we are given a difference value. Now we want to find the number of ways we can divide this set into two subsets S1 and S2 such that the sum difference between both of them will be equals to exactly the given difference. Okay, now in this case, in our example, our given difference is equals to 3 and this is our given set. Now here we can divide this set into three ways so that the subset sum in S1 and the subset sum in S2, the difference between them will be coming out to be equals to exactly this difference value 3. So what are those three ways? Here this is 3, 1, 2 and 3, 3, 3 and 1, 2 and 1, 2, 3 and 3. So if you sum this up, then the value will be 6 here, it will be 3. So 6 minus 3 will be 3, and like that this will also be 6, this will also be 6, and this will be 3, and this will be 3. So the difference value is always the same. Now we want to just count the number of ways in which we can divide the elements from this set into two subsets such that the difference between them is exactly equals to the given difference. I hope you got the problem statement here. In this case we will be returning just the count of number of ways. So in this case, since we can do it in three ways, therefore the answer will be equals to 3. Now this problem is similar to a 0-1 knapsack because if you are given elements, in this case there are 4 elements, each element is having two options. Either it can be included into S1 or it cannot be included into S1. If it is not included into S1, then it will go to S2. So each element has to go either into S1 or into S2. So there are two choices for each element, just like in a 0-1 knapsack. So 0 means it is excluded and 1 means it is included. Okay. Now in this case, we will assume that all the numbers are positive integers. So the range of sum will be from 0 to sum. So if no numbers are included, that is an empty subset will be having sum equals to 0. Otherwise, if you include the numbers, then in the best case, it can go to a value sum, which will be the sum of all the numbers in the array. So on a number line, if we represent the range, then it will be from 0 to sum. Now if a set is divided into two sets, okay, two subsets. So this is set S and this is divided into S1 and S2. So it will always be true that if you are following the 0-1 property, 0-1 knapsack property, then each element of S can either go to S1 or S2. So the sum of both these subsets value will come out to be equals to S. Okay, this will always be true. So since your maximum value is sum, which is the sum of all the elements in the array, and if one subset sum is equals to S1, then the other subset sum will come out to be sum minus S1, which will be this rest value. Okay. So this is nothing but sum S2. I hope you are understanding this. So as I already told you, each element can be included in either S1 or S2. Therefore, we can write that S1 plus S2 equals to sum. And so we can also write that S2 is equals to sum minus S1. I hope you understood this point. Now our goal here is to find the number of ways we can divide a set into S1 and S2 such that the difference between them S1 and S2 comes out to be equals to the given difference value. So this is our formula. S1 minus S2 is equals to difference. Now we can also write S2 as sum minus S1. Now we can also write it as S1 is equals to difference plus sum by 2. Okay. Now you can see that this formula can be written just in terms of a single variable. So you can see that S1 is the principal and this is difference plus sum by 2. Also, difference is given, which is a constant value. Sum is also a constant value, which is the sum of all the elements in the array. Now, in our example, we were given 4 elements, 3, 1, 2, 3. The difference value was given as 3. And the sum value will be by adding all these elements, which will come out to be 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, which will be 9. Okay. Therefore, you can find out the S1 value as difference plus sum by 2, which will be 6. So, this problem of counting the number of ways of dividing this set into two subsets S1 and S2 such that S1 minus S2 equals to difference can be reduced to another problem which will count the number of ways you can form a subset S1 having some value equals to 6. Okay, because we have reduced this formula S1 minus S2 equals to difference to this new formula S1 equals to difference plus sum by 2, and these three values are all constant values. So we can calculate this value and then count the number of possible subsets which we can form with the given value, that is the given sum value S1. Okay, therefore our previous goal can now be converted to a new goal, which is to find the number of subsets with sum equals to S1. I hope you understood this conversion part. If you have already seen my previous videos on dynamic programming playlist, then you must be knowing that this I have already solved. Like, this problem is the same which I have already explained you. So let me just recap some of the problems which I have already explained. Our first problem is the subset sum problem. So in that case, we were given a set and we were required to find if there is a subset with the given sum value. If it was present, then we were returning true, otherwise we were returning false. This was the subset sum problem. Now we have also solved the equal sum partition problem, where S1 minus S2 was equals to 0. We wanted to find if it was possible to partition a given set into two parts such that the sum values of both of them were equal. Okay, now we have also solved this problem, which was minimum subset sum difference problem. Here we wanted to minimize the subset sum difference on dividing a given set into subset S1 and S2. We wanted to minimize the difference between their sum values. Okay, so S1 minus S2 needed to be minimized. Now we have also solved this problem. Count the subset sums. So here we were given a subset sum value which was equals to value, and we were required to count the subsets with the given sum value. Okay, now our given current problem is of this last type. We have already reduced our problem into this new goal, which was to find the number of subsets with the given sum value S1. So this one I have already explained, and you should watch my video. The link for that will also be present in the description below. You can go and watch it there. So you can see that if you are given a problem and you can reduce to an already known problem, then it will become much easier in order to solve that problem. It will give you much more confidence. So that is why I am not solving this problem entirely. Instead, I just reduced the problem and then I am referring you to my already explained video so that you will get much more confidence. I hope you understood this explanation. If you have any doubt, then feel free to comment below and I'll try to help you as soon as possible. Like and share our video and subscribe to our channel in order to watch more of these programming videos. See you in our next video. Thank you.